Okay, good morning. Just heading out from Logroño. Been walking for an hour. It's now quite fairly light. A nice little passage through some pine trees. There was thunderstorm last night, so nice and refreshing this morning. However, again, the main subject is the heat. It's going to be 37 later this afternoon, so again, probably have to take it easy later on if walking at all. So just walk through a natural area. It's a big lake, well organized, lots of water stops to drink if you need. Plenty of people, new people starting in Logroño. Just spent a while talking to some people from North Dakota, so that was pretty cool. Always meeting lots and lots of interesting people. Yesterday at the Donativo was fantastic. There was a mass. Normally I don't go to church, to tell the truth, but there was a mass in the church. Spectacular church, as most of them are, or cathedral as they are in Spain. And then afterwards there's a communal meal, all quasi free, if you want to call it that. Of course, it's Donativo, so you put some money in the box, but still it's organised by people of goodwill, people who are staffing it are volunteers who volunteer from Madrid, from England and from Italy. And the priest came around for a visit and sat with us. So not saying that I am religious in that sense or denominational, but still the hospitality and thought that goes into it is always very, very, very interesting and wonderful to see. Okay, still walking along the path in the natural area. I'd just like to share the sunrise with you in a second. As you can see, it's going to be on my left hand side and just peeping out through between the trees and the lake just up ahead. There you go. Hopefully it will be pretty cool. Nice little view of the sun coming up. Okay, just walking up the hill, walking from Logroño on the way to Navarrete. I'm just walking the final bit up not such a steep hill through La Rioja region. I have been passing quite a lot of vineyards, obviously. This is a nice little path over here for some. I like these sort of bit of variation. It makes it more interesting. Changes how you use your muscles and your legs and so on. This is a bit, obviously been eroded quite a bit. Let's see, but still kind of nice variation. Gives it a kind of nice little feel, good for the eye. Not the standard gravel or tarmac. Otherwise everything okay. It's quite warm, but luckily there is a bit of a wind, so that makes a big difference. Keeps you cool. Just have to keep drinking enough water. Met nice people today. Somebody wanting to have a chat, walking along, just saying, oh, I'll walk with you for a couple of hours. Let's talk about life, and so on. Another lady from Victoria in the Basque Country, just stopping or walking, talking about life in Spanish. So I have been trying to work on my Spanish the last couple of years, and I'm now at least able to manage a conversation about life, albeit sometimes with a few stutters in Spanish, but that's a great thing for me to be able to do, a personal sort of not triumph, but a little bit of a goal that I've achieved, meaning that I can do that. Just a view of the vineyards, you can see. And in a second there should be a nice view looking down the hill. We've reached the top of the hill, so, well, there's always hills, but we've reached the top of this one. A little bit of a view, and then it should hopefully be a nice relaxing walk into Najera. Feet are a bit warm, wouldn't mind stick them in a river or something, but at the moment there's not much chance. I said the path is wonderful over here, cool, refreshing, vineyards on the side. Okay, so just before getting to the sun, I'll shut up for now and then talk to you later on. Very pleasant day so far, pleased with how it's worked out. Okay, good morning, just walking towards Redisia, the Camino. Been underway now for quite a while. Been walking almost 4 hours. Today was a good day for walking, or is a good day for walking. The weather's been very kind. It was actually very fresh this morning. The road's okay, it's not that great. It's just pretty much what you see here, like a gravel road, pretty stony, so pretty tough on the feet. It's like pounding on the stones, always stones happening, so your feet begin to notice the stones through your soles pretty quickly. So it's important to stop. Well, when you stop and take off your shoes and just let them aerobate, let your feet aerobate. So to take regular breaks, but not too long, because breaks can really eat up a lot of time, and not to go too fast, just to go to steady pace, which makes a big difference. There's a road going next to us, which you can probably see. Otherwise, the scenery's been pretty good. I mean, we're still outside, away, mostly off the beaten track. You can have a look and see what I can see. So out in nature again, birds flying around, butterflies. Okay, still pretty dry. Rolling hills, lots and lots and lots of wheat grain being grown over here. The vineyards have tailed off a bit. It's mostly sort of the grain, the granary of Spain, as some people call this, and the meseta. So very rural, small little towns. Maybe takes 5 minutes to walk through. If you're lucky, there's a bar. This has become quite pretty now. There's some hills in the background, which I will have to cross over tomorrow. So there's a long stint through woodland for about 12 kilometers, which should be quite okay. I'm looking forward to that if I get it fairly not too late in the day, because then there'll be some shade, a different atmosphere to walking on these gravel paths all the time. But still wonderful to be outside. It's an honor to be able to do this sort of thing. Some people come from all over the world to do this. They come flying from Canada, from the US, from Korea, from further abroad. So I'm very lucky that I can hop on the train to Paris and then get the train to Bayonne and then pretty much start. So, you know, it's a privilege to be able to do this. How's the body? It's okay. The feet a little bit tired today, but the legs okay. A little bit tight at the moment. That's okay. When I have a break, they'll loosen up. Otherwise, I think I had a little sniffle a few days ago. That seems to have pretty much cleared up. I think that's feeling a bit stronger after that. Also, I guess how my body's now got used to it. Almost 7 days of walking, so it's resigned itself to the daily slog. Responds pretty well if I go up a hill. I'm not that fast on the flat. I try to take it just steady and easy, not to overextend my stride, because that eats into the legs. Just better to keep going, have a short 10-minute breaks now and again, and then just go on through. Today I might walk a bit longer. I said the weather's pretty cloudy, as you can see, which for walking is great. Sun might come out in the afternoon. Temperatures forecast this afternoon to be about 27, 28, which is pretty decent for this time of the year. So I'm glad that very hot weather is taking a break for a couple of days. I'm sure that it will be back. So probably another 15 minutes into the town. I'm just coming out of the little depression I was in, and I just want to see the fields on the other side. So I'll shut off for now and get back to you in a minute. Okay, welcome. Still just doing the climb up into the forest. It's not too bad now, it was a bit steeper earlier on. And as you can see, it's pretty misty. It's still quite warm, or still humid, but very pleasant for walking. No sun, it's good, and away from all the noise, traffic, cars. So good. Sound of the birds, footsteps, can't be better. So we have about, I said, 12 kilometers of this. Of course the road changes, gets a bit more open later I think, and the trees change from this beautiful natural, more natural stuff to some, I think, conifer plantations, but still great to walk through. So a real change from the last 3 or 4 days when it was pretty open, pretty flat. Okay, some ups and downs, but a different kind of path. With this has got lots of trees, so this is a good difference. Good to have a change of pace, different style of walking. It's good for the legs and the feet and the hips and the back. Important to do that. I do try to do a bit of stretching in the evenings. It's 10 or 15 minutes of sort of yoga to keep things ticking over. Hopefully it helps, and let's see. Okay, I'll talk again later on. Adios. Okay, just arriving at San Juan de Ortega. Done my 12.5 kilometers through the woods, as you saw earlier. Just walking in. Not much here. A few chickens, a couple of houses, a big old church or abbey. Impressive name, I like the name, San Juan de Ortega. Probably some history behind it. Maybe one day I'll go through all the historical aspects of different parts of it. Of course there's a bar everywhere you go in the Camino. There's one over here, looks pretty cute. Effort made to be attractive. can get a view of the building. Good structure, probably pretty cool inside. Maybe there's a shield or notice or something that gives you an impression of the history behind it or something. Well organised. Hostel there, look, you see it's a pretty impressive building. Sorry, it's a little wobbly today on the old thing. Hopefully the stabilization is doing something. Cancel it out a bit. Another little bar over there, unfortunately not information about what the whole thing is. Maybe I'll look it up and put it in later on. Bye for now. Okay, just arriving at the entrance to Atapuerca, the archaeological park, which is a UNESCO heritage site. So I'm just going to quickly walk past and show you the signpost really. Even although it's just a walk by and I'm not actually going in, I find it particularly interesting from my point of view to just be part of such a momentous place in our history of our species and those who came before us. So I always find it a fascinating thing to think, as I said before, which footsteps have trodden these paths prior to mine. So again, just doing the final part of the climb after Atapuerca. It's a bit windy, so excuse the noise. As you can see now, the weather's changed completely compared to the morning when it was 15-16 degrees and very misty. Now it's probably almost double that and a clear blue sky. So just walking along, I think to my destination is about 5 or 6 kilometers. Pretty, not feeling too bad. The legs begin to feel it now. Would have done 38 2 days in a row. So maybe the day after, when it's a bit warmer, I'll take a slightly easier route. Not easier route, but less kilometers. Tomorrow would be Burgos, so I'll be going through Burgos tomorrow morning. It's a Sunday, so I don't think there'll be much happening apart from at the cathedral, of course. We'll go past that and have a look. So just to the top is a couple of 100 meters and then we're there, and then it's pretty much flat or downhill and then flat all the way to the destination. So looking forward to arriving. Just to give you an idea of what it's like, we're just coming to the very last bit of the climb and you can see it's very rocky. You have to just watch your feet. So here we go, just the last few steps before we get to the top. Okay, so just the one, see what it's like. It's not that bad, but still, when you've walked 30 k's, and remember I'm just wearing running shoes, so I have to always watch my steps. Okay, there you go. nice breeze there, so it's okay. There's sometimes a lot of sheep up here, and once or twice I've heard that there's some dogs looking after sheep that are not that friendly, but haven't really done any damage to anybody yet. Right, here we go again. The next few stones. And then there should be a cross apparently up ahead, which we'll see if we can see in a second. Right, looks like there it is. Perfect. Just about done. There's a group of people there. I don't like to disturb everybody too much. So once I get a bit closer, I'll switch off, and then that probably will be it for the day. So let's see what tomorrow brings. Take care, and that's it. Well done.